So I treat my grits much like I treat polenta. You want those grits to kind of plump nicely, slowly over years, like we've done.
Yes.
You know, this didn't happen overnight. A lot of work went into this.
A lot of grit went into that. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm with Chef Todd Fisher of Tarpey's Roadhouse, a very, very popular restaurant here. We've got a chance to do some fish with you.
Yep.
Now you're going to show us one of your new favorite signature dishes, and it's one that's close to my heart, shrimp and grits.
Shrimp
right?
and grits. Unique about it is we're going to do the entire process in the Forno Bravo oven.
And you don't see that happen too often.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm actually in the oven right now. I have a combination of milk and cream and water that has already come to a boil. And you'll actually see as we bring it out here, you can see how it's actually kind of toasted the top of the cream.
Yeah, we got a little caramel going there.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of fold in
your grits.
Our grits.
And these grits are special grits.
They are.
And that's part of what makes these grits better than other grits.
Exactly. These grits will change your life. So,
that's a huge promise.
Yeah.
And yet it's one I think he can back up because I know those grits. Those grits come from Anson Mills.
Anson Mills grits. They are the premier grit.
They are life-changing grits.
They are.
So, and it didn't look like a lot of grits going into quite a lot of cream and liquid.
It's like a 3-to-1 combination for soft blend, maybe even 4-to-1 depending on how smooth you want to keep them. So I like the amount of absorption that they can retain, that they can hold. So you get a creamier, more plump grit. You want to make sure that and you can already see the grit starting to form there.
They're starting to lump up a little bit.
Yeah, and that's why you want to keep moving them so that you don't get big lumps in there. But you can see that they've already changed their consistency from what they were when they went in, that dried, almost cornmeal look. And we're going to use heirloom tomatoes since we're in the middle of tomato season.
Yeah.
So that's actually going to become the base of our sauce, along with bacon. I think bacon's a critical element and one of my favorite ingredients.
I would expect that you would use bacon.
Yeah, this is a local bacon from Baker's Bacon. It's a Monterey County chef who started his own bacon company because he wasn't finding anything that he loved. So I had a large skillet I just pulled out of the Forno Bravo oven. So it's nice and hot. We'll go with the bacon right in the bottom. And it's like equal parts bacon to shrimp. So we're going to throw that in there for a minute just to kind of start the process.
Bacon, as always, is the secret ingredient.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're going to do a couple of cloves of garlic.
I would imagine that this is local garlic since we live we're right in the area of the great Gilroy Garlic Festival.
Exactly. No Chinese garlic here. It's all, it's all Crystal Ranch Gilroy garlic.
Gilroy garlic.
So here comes the grits again. We'll go for another stir.
So you've really got to come back and pay attention to them every minute or
that's even if they're on your stove in your house, you can't just let them sit there. You'll end up scorching the bottom of the pot. So you really got to keep moving them. But now you can really see that almost cream of wheat look, right? When I was a kid, this is what porridge looked like in the morning.
That's right.
So we're going to keep working them. Let them stay in there.
Nice, really nice. I didn't think they were thicking up that quickly.
So now we'll go and we'll pull out our bacon. Just give it a stir, make sure it's kind of doing what we want.
It's rendering off a lot of fat,
off some
but
fat.
it hasn't.
Meanwhile, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of those heirloom tomatoes we talked about and just give those kind of a very rough chop. It doesn't have to be, I mean, you can take the time if you'd like to really spend some time to make sure that they're pretty and do a concassé if you want, take out the seeds and stuff, but you don't really want to do that for this particular application because you want it to, this is going to be the base of our sauce. We want it to purge any moisture that's in there. So there it is. There's our grits looking really spectacular.
Look good. Yeah. And they're so fluffy. Was the liquid pure cream or was it cream and
mixture
milk?
cream and water.
Cream and water.
Yep.
So
yep.
Now we're starting to get somewhere with
this
this
bacon. There's that Baker's bacon.
Yeah.
It's rendered off nice. They got some crispy pieces in there. I want to keep it a little to that kind of bacony medium rare, if you will. In goes that roughly chopped garlic.
Nice.
And now I'm just going to go with those heirloom tomatoes too. And I said that's going to become the base of the sauce. A lot of people tend to put their shrimp in now, and which is fine. But what happens is now the shrimp purge their juice and become the sauce, as opposed to the tomatoes purging their juice and being the sauce. And when the shrimp purges its sauce, you dry it out.
Yeah.
A little bit of salt. A little bit of red chili flake. A couple of shots of Tabasco.
Ooh.
And we'll put a little of that on the side for anybody that wants a little extra.
So that gives it a zing.
Crack of pepper. Now that's going to go back in. I'll give it a couple of stirs, get everything kind of mixed around. I love the rainbow of colors in there.
Yeah.
Now that's going to go back in.
All right.
Now this I'm going to try and get it as far in into the embers as I can. I'm going to kind of forget about it for a couple of minutes.
The hot part.
Yeah.
So deep into the oven.
Meanwhile, we'll kind of start to put the finishing touches on our grits. Now, so the grits will come out, and this is where we're going to put in that fromage blanc or cream cheese. That goes right in there, and let that kind of start to do its thing. Now you're just going to kind of fold it around.
Nice.
Because again, we're not looking to, we don't want to break the fats out of that butter. We kind of want to let it kind of marry its way, be happy in there, pleasant.
Yeah.
So those are virtually ready. We're going to take those, again, keep them warm off the edge of the oven here. So they're out of our way. But again, that's the beauty of cooking, doing the whole thing in the oven. Find some cheap, inexpensive pan that you like to throw in the oven that you're not too worried about.
Want some help with that? You need a glove? Look at this.
Living on the edge, Peter, living on the edge.
And you still have hair on your arm. That's amazing.
So now right in go the shrimp. And again, we'll do a couple of tosses. We'll hit them with a little bit of salt before they get buried in there. I left my wooden spoon in the oven. That's warm.
Yet another stirring of the pot.
Yeah, just to make sure that again, I don't want to break the fats out of it. Coming in hot.
Wow.
So right there, and you can see the shrimp still have a little bit of opaque to them, but as we stir them back into that smold, that simmering tomato broth, we're gonna they'll finish cooking. They haven't lost any of their moisture. Very, very nice.
Yeah, Whole Foods has been doing a lot of really good work with sustainable seafood.
They have, yeah. Well, we have the pleasure of working with the Monterey Bay Aquarium right around the corner from us too, so we're able to kind of follow and stay on trend and on task.
Yeah.
And really be advocates of it because it's important. I've got 5 kids and I want to make sure that they've got the same opportunity to enjoy the bounty of the ocean like I've had. Yeah. So here it is. It's basically the finished product. It's got all those shrimp that have been poached in that heirloom tomato broth, the garlic, that beautiful baker's bacon that's kind of rendered to what I call kind of a bacony medium rare.
Yeah.
And you can see the beautiful broth. That's going to be magnificent against the rich, creamy grits. And then those green tomatoes go on there just to really, not only do you see it as a contrast to the eye, but as you eat it, the pop, the snap that's left is really a pretty spectacular.
So, and they didn't really cook, they just are warming up in there, but they're not really cooking. Yeah,
exactly.
Our producer Brad just brought us a bottle of the Talbot Diamond Tea Vineyard Chardonnay, one of their top lines.
That is their premium, exactly.
So this will be great to have with this dish. So when we give it a taste, we'll pour some wine. Now remember, at the restaurant, they promise a life-changing experience.
Exactly. And I'm here to prove it and back it up.
Tasting the wine first. A very nice, smooth Chardonnay, a balanced Chardonnay, not too oaky. Okay, now we have some of the shrimp grits, which are rich.
Overly rich for sure.
Rich for good. Oh my God. Mouth filling up with those wonderful rich flavors. The wine kind of lightens the sensation of the shrimp and the grits, especially the creamy grits. Yeah. And the wine itself comes down a little bit from its acidity and kind of smooths into almost a velvety quality.
You almost get that creme brulee like concept where you get that rich creamy on the palate, but there's a little bit of the natural kind of bitterness, if you will, or harshness from the burnt sugar. You get that same thing. The wine kind of plays that role.
So many people turn their nose up at grits, and suddenly it's gone full circle and becoming, very gourmet, very sought after. But it took having somebody break through with the grits themselves, and then finding applications.
Cheers, my friend.
Chef Todd Fisher from Tarpey's Roadhouse, life-changing shrimp and grits. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody.
Cheers. Thank you, Talbot.
And you guys should try some of this.